Friday morning, made it. Blake and Will Hammond have already left the yard. They've gone off umbilical spreading again, and Ant's out in the JCB tanking, refilling the bag that they are spreading from. Will, Tony and Andrew are out in the workshop, just replacing some discs on the Horsch Focus. Just finishing that job after Tom from Horsch was here yesterday, and it's got the machine all good to go, all set up, ready for maize drilling. Just want to give a little shout out to the chap last night in the YouTube comments who was happy telling me I've got a cheap drone and should have a better one. If he watched the video on Wednesday, you'd understand why I don't yet have an expensive drone. I managed to crash it 3 times in an hour, so I'll probably give it a miss in investing in something too expensive until I'm a capable flyer. But thank you very much for your concern. All taken on board. Let's see what the rest of the day brings. George is just in, sorting out his spray plan for the day. Spraying glyphosate again onto the stubbles before spring drilling. We'll have oats, beet and maize going into the ground. We've got to spray off the weed before it gets too out of control. And today we will catch up with him later and see how he's getting on. Yesterday I missed him. So here's what we did yesterday. We got the maize drill onto the back of the Focus. Tom's gone through it all. It's got it all connected. It's got all the electricals connected up. I just need to get some 3-inch ducting to run in here to here, and then the same the other side, because what was on there is perished and got holes in it, so it won't create the vacuum needed. So I've ordered that. Won't be coming till early next week, but once that's here, the job is done. Down in Exeter this morning, Will and Jamie are in the beet harvester. Will's just given Jamie a bit of a crash course on how it works, so that Jamie's kind of up to speed on it. Up until this point, Will's been the sole operator of the beet harvester, but there are just times where, especially towards the back end of maize harvest, where you've got beet and maize coming out the ground at the same time, and with Will also the forager driver, it's sometimes difficult to get to the work for both ourselves and for customers when some of the dairy farmers want their beet dug, and we're also desperately trying to get the maize out the ground in the right conditions. So having 2 people up to speed on driving the harvester is, well, it's in everyone's interest, and will hopefully give us a bit of respite when we're trying to harvest beet and maize at the same time. It means Will's not got to worry about trying to organise his week to harvesting both crops, especially if we're harvesting a customer's beet and they're supplying the trailers. It means we can send just one person off harvesting beet for customers, and then Will can continue harvesting maize, and our tractors and trailers will be with Will. We'll just let him go for a bit, and then once Jamie's in the seat, we'll see how he gets on. Just looking here in the rows that the beet harvest has just taken up. It takes up 6 rows at a time. All that's left is the absolute smallest bits of beet. Some tiny little bits that are too small to pick up. It's doing a good job. It's quite a weedy patch, but it's able to deal with it. I know that Will said before that sometimes once you get a lot of grass weeds into the beet, it's a nightmare picking it up. So it all mats and clogs up, but it seems to be going all right at the moment. So Jamie's in there now. He won't have any trouble. As much as we all like to have a laugh and joke with each other, he's a very good operator, and once he's been shown how to use it, he'll be flying. So once he's up to speed, it makes life easier for everyone. Just show you again. Very little waste out the back. Yeah, it's doing a good job. But it is very weedy here. There is not much more frustrating though when you are driving the harvester than waiting for trailers. And when it's not your own trailers, it's a waiting game on when the farmer's going to turn up to get his beet. So yeah, for now we wait. We'll see how much they want dug out today, but over today and Monday we're going to finish the field, I believe, and then get the harvester moved back up onto our own blocks of land, ready for more digging middle of next week. Middle to the end of next week it'll be. So Jamie's just gonna unload the first load. Will's just gonna give him a few tips, make sure all goes alright, and then we will leave him to it. They've actually just said that they're gonna dig out this whole field today now, so we'll leave Jamie to it down here. All seems to be going alright. Can't imagine there'll be any problems. Touch wood. As you've seen from our videos, we do a lot of repair work ourselves. Just popping into BOC, gas and gear. Just having a look at potentially improving the welder, the one we've got. It's been going for quite a while. It's constantly having to have little bits and bobs done to it, so just gonna have a look and see what we can find to see if there's anything more suitable. There we are. No excuse for anything falling apart now. Keep the welders happy. Steve's in Germany at the moment at the John Deere factory, so if you're seeing this for the first time, we've got a new welder. We have hit a snag umbilicaling. The dreaded knot of pipe. It's crossed over itself quite a few times. And there's no easy way of sorting it out. It is literally a case of tucking it in around itself and trying to untangle it, but when you've got meters and meters of pipe, it's a long old process and you do not stay clean. So Ant's not been slowed down at all, even though they're having their issues over there with the pipe. Ant's still tanking back to a slurry bag from the lagoon. The weather's doing some strange things today. It's decided to start to try and snow, which wasn't on the forecast. George has already been, gone and come back before I managed to get out and have a look at him spraying. He's finished what was needed to be done. Finish any glyphosate spraying until the back end of the month now, when some of the overwinter stubbles from different schemes have come to the end of their end of the period they need to be left and can be sprayed off before the next crop. So at the moment we're all up to date on spraying. Clean her off and leave her until later in the month. There she is in all her glory. I'm told by those that will be using it that it's really cool. As someone who wouldn't be trusted anywhere near a welder, I'm not sure how it's cool, but I'll take their word for it. It does look very shiny and new, and hopefully saves a lot of time and effort and does a good job. That's pretty much Friday done. Tony's back from helping untangle the umbilical pipe, just cleaning off his truck because he was helping them in the field and probably got slurry everywhere. George just doing a bit of maintenance, greasing his boom on the sprayer after he's cleaned out. Jamie's finished beet harvesting, so Will's gone to pick him up. We've got enough beet chopped until next week. Nothing to really do tomorrow, so it'll be Saturdays off. And yeah, everything else tucked away. It's still trying to snow, not that you can really see that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to. Share it if you can. And we'll see you next week.